Welcome, my friends. Another hour of standing and seated posture practice. As usual, I'd like to remind you not to sit too long or to stand too long. So if as we are practicing standing here, your legs start to feel tense, your whole body starts to become exhausted from gripping, walk around a little bit, shake off the movement. Maybe sit down if you need to, or stand up if you need to. But don't practice so long that you start practicing the wrong thing. Practice long enough so that if you're here and you're tense and you start off feeling tight and you say, oh, it's not working, I'm too tight, so you quit. That's not good either. Stand long enough or sit long enough for things to begin to settle through, and you'll have this experience of things releasing. Things are working, usually little spikes on the way down. But at some point, and usually you know when that moment is, you've now gone past the point of your ability to practice. Your legs are shaking, you're gripping, your mind starts really ramping up, and you start losing the success of this soft, open practice. That's when you take a break, you walk around, do something else for a moment, and then come back once that excess energy has burned off and your muscles have replenished, that kind of thing. There's no rush to this. We simply want to get better and better at softening into the present moment, letting our whole body release, our chi to sink down. And that's all we're doing. So practice as long as that is getting better. And if you continue along that line, that vein, then you will continue to improve. And each time you practice, it'll be a little bit easier to soften, a little bit easier to release your body mind. And that's considered improvement. And as usual, I'd like to begin reminding people if they have a liniment or a cream or an oil that helps soften and reduce muscular tension. Thanks, Mel. You can put this on your neck and shoulders, since that's the main emphasis of these next 2.5 hours, 3 hours of classes, emphasizing the softening of the neck and shoulders. And by putting that on, it makes it a little bit easier for your body to soften open, for your chi to flow through this otherwise obstructed area. And it can help speed along the progress of your practice. You don't want to overdo it, of course, but a little bit every day, maybe a couple times a day, is enough to help. And I've also been including in every class so far little tools and methods for treatment and healing that you can use to speed along this softening of your neck and shoulders. And so today I'd like to introduce you to an infrared lamp. This is a specific kind called the TDP lamp that I highly recommend. And it just happens to be on a tall stand. And I like this for two reasons. One, if I'm at the clinic and I have somebody on a table, I can place the lamp over them. But for this class, I love it because if you have a neck and shoulders style of tension, that is a little bit better once you ease it with heat. If you were to soak in a bath or put a warm towel on your neck and shoulders, if you notice that it helped to ease the tension and discomfort in that area, then this should help you quite a lot. You would plug it in, turn it on, and then while you're standing, turn it sideways here. You can see how it's positioned here. I would have it warming up my neck, my shoulders, and I would just stand a little bit away from it, so it's just continuously releasing and warming and softening, aiding circulation and blood flow in that area. And so it would help to soften it. This, of course, can be used on your lower back or other places on your knee, for instance, if these are areas of concern for you, so that it continues to help release those problematic areas, so that by the time you start practicing movement or other things throughout your day, the whole area is already warm and soft, much more supple, and ready to transform. Infrared lamps, wonderful. TDP version, it's a Chinese medical version. I highly recommend. I like them a lot. Those are my recommendations for the day. Not sponsored, just suggested. Okay, let's go ahead and settle into a comfortable Basic standing position. Feet small, shoulder width apart, relatively symmetrical, wherever that's comfortable for you. Your feet don't have to be facing forward like mine. If that's intense on your hips, it's perfectly okay to have your toes facing open a bit, but it is important to remember to keep your knees facing over your toes. So you don't want your toes facing outward, but your knees still pointing in. That's not so great. So make it so that all of this is in line with the toes. For me, with the structure of my back and my hips, the comfortable position looks like this, but that's my body right now. So please pay attention to what your body needs and follow that. Gently sitting into the hips as though settling onto a high chair. Gently unlocking the hips and the knees, but only a little bit. Even just a couple centimeters is enough. Lining up your shoulders over your hips, softening your chest. Make sure that your shoulders are settling along the sides of the body in this open way that we've been practicing, with the tips of the middle fingers more or less in the center of the thighs here. Front of the shoulders open, the back of the shoulders open. Lining yourself up so that it's easy to release through your structure. Then let go. Let go of your body. Let go of your breath. Release any constriction on your emotions. And softening your mind. Emptying your neck of tension or force. Releasing your shoulders. Letting go of your chest and upper back. Softening your belly and your lower back. Letting go of your glutes, your hips, allowing your tailbone to sink. Softening your thighs, any tension around your knees, your lower legs, and your feet. Everything is dropping through your body. Today I am offering less guided instruction. If you needed more guided instruction about standing posture, feel free to check out the videos on my channel. Today, emphasizing more this quality of the mind, this quality of an approach to your practice of standing. Emphasize a letting go, an effortlessness, a falling into practice, into the present moment. You're not trying to do anything or to accomplish anything, but instead you're practicing the most simple of all practices, simply being here, only here and now, not trying to force yourself to be here, not trying to push away distractions. Both of those are kinds of agitation and force. Instead, letting go of everything that's a obstruction or an agitation or a need to control. Letting all of that fall away as best you can, and you're only here and now. And that quality of simplicity and presence is the only thing that we're practicing. Goodbye.
I'm practicing with you in another room.
Oh, good. We have Mel in here sneaking around stealing objects. If you find yourself trying to control your experience or to force a change or to get something done, trying to do it right, those old patterns, recognize them as habits of tensing your mind, gripping your nervous system. That's all they are. And so this is your opportunity to specifically practice on letting those go. You're just letting them fall away. And of course, when they come up, like any other distraction, you simply notice them, smile at them a little bit, and as usual, you let them go. Just another 5 minutes. Softening your whole body. Remember to release your neck, your throat, the sides of your neck, so that the crown of the head seems to release upward. Your shoulders sink so that it's as though your elbows soften downward, your hands softening and sinking. Your chest releases any tension. Your upper back is soft. Your belly and your lower back release. Your rib sides are soft. Your breath is effortless, sinking through the body. Don't try to control it. Your hips are released. Your glutes are soft. Release your thighs, any tension around your knees that you're able to let go of, behind the knees. Your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, even your toes fall to the ground. Letting everything go. Especially the need to control your experience. That has to let go. Embrace the simplicity of the present moment. When you're ready, closing movement. Everything releases and softens down through your body. Hands resting on top of your navel. Awareness resting inside. And then gentle circles. Progressively larger and larger circles. And then changing direction, successively smaller and smaller circles. Shake out your hands and your feet a little bit. Get things moving as much as you need to. Hopefully with practice you don't feel too stuck. If you do in your body, then it's good to pause a little earlier, move around, and then return until your chi wants to move through so that things don't get stuck anymore. And then when you're ready, hands sliding around and down. You can either soften your joints, soften along the thighs, the front of the body to the feet, and then releasing up. Another version that you can do is lengthening along your spine, softening the backs of your legs around that way, whichever one feels better in the moment. Up the outside, down the inside. Closing. Your awareness accumulating, like moisture soaking into dry soil at the level of your navel. Some nice peppermint tea. Let me silence this notification here. Excellent. So, I'll scoot back a little bit. Settling into your chair, if you would like to. Feet comfortably beneath your knees. You want your legs to be relatively soft. Both that direction and this direction. Sitting just in front of the sitting bones, your spine straight, your shoulders soft, crown of the head floating upward, hands resting on the knees or above them somewhere in here. Your awareness settling into your body. Point the camera down a bit. Similarly as before, I'm not going to try to correct posture or give lots of instruction. Rather, we want to emphasize this process of settling your body mind. Not controlling, not using force or tension of the mind or of the emotional structure. But all of that we let fall away. Tension falls through our body into the chair, allowing us to sit upright comfortably. Emotional tension smooths out, spreads out into a sense of openness and peace. Mental agitation and tension, distractions and thoughts and needs and I must do this, that as well, we just let it soften open until there's this bright clarity of the mind, like a bright light shining. Falling into the present moment, feeling your body, letting go of your breath. If you'd like to, you can spend some time exhaling through your mouth, letting your whole body soften, your mind soften. And then as you inhale through the nose, notice the crystal clarity and stillness that is left as after your softening process. So exhaling into softness, inhaling, expanding that sense of stillness and clarity. You don't have to try though, it happens on its own. after a while, if you'd like, you can set aside the specific practice of the exhalation and inhalation and simply settle once again into this calm and quiet state of presence. Practicing just being here and letting it be enough. Just another 10 minutes. Remembering to leave your body soft and open, your breath comfortable and untouched, your emotions calm, and your mind as still as you can let it be by letting go of distractions. You're just here. You're not doing anything. We have to be comfortable with simply being here. Notice the part of you that's not comfortable with that and let it go. One easy breath at a time. you're ready. Hands nice and warm. And then placing your palms over your eyes. Pulling them off to the sides. Over the top of the head, down the chest, to the back. If you'd like, you can warm your back a little bit. And then push down, outside and back of the legs, off the feet, to the ground. And let's do a few more of those. Remember that if you've been doing this seated posture on the ground in a more common style meditation position, sitting on a cushion or something, and you've found that your legs are having trouble with circulation, you will definitely want to spend more time doing these kinds of movements to restore circulation before going about your day. And I highly recommend that if that is your experience, that you sit and your legs get numb and you're in a lot of pain, sit in a chair or sit higher or sit differently, sit better. Because the posture is not the same thing as the practice, especially at this level of practice. It is better to be in a comfortable chair where you can align your body, make space for your breath and movement of qi through your body, so that when everything sinks, it can sink through rather than being stuck on top of the tension from your posture. Be comfortable and easy. Just let go. This doesn't have to be a torturous experience, meditation. People usually jump to step 10, so it's incredibly uncomfortable, instead of slowly cultivating the abilities they require in order to meditate easily. And this ability to soften into the present moment and just be here without trying to do anything is a really important step. So don't skip it trying to do something. Enjoy your practice. And if there are any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I will be back here in 15 minutes for the neck and shoulder series. Of course, on a separate link. Thanks, Mel. Thank you, everybody. Remember, have a good day.